started, I want to talk about accountable talk. Look back on the poster there. If there's something, please don't play with your chips. If you need help getting a thought started, this is a great chart to help you. Let's start over here. Mauricio, would you read the first bullet under accountable talk, please?
I agree with blank because ...
I sort of disagree with blank because why do you think that?
Where can I find that in
Or the
book?
So what you are saying is,
And then also be that.
Can you explain what you mean?
can you tell me more?
Can you give me an example of that?
Okay, so we'll just start with the first question, and we're just going to talk our way through. If you want to make a comment or something, you got to use your chips. And if two people go at the same time, remember you need to take turns. Why do you think the title is The Boy in the Striped Pajamas? And I'm not done with the question yet, Aiden. Why is Shmuel and not Bruno the title character of this story? Now,
I think it's because Bruno and Shmuel are just a small part of the Holocaust, and then kind of it's not really all about them, and they're kind of telling a life about what a Jew and a boy's friendship is. It's kind of, and a commandant's son.
So kind of like what you said, it's not about the people who did it, like what you said. It wasn't about the people who did it, it was more about like what the Jewish people went through when they were like watching the videos and social studies. So like Bruno didn't do it, but Shmuel, he's been through more, and it's harder for him than it is for Bruno.
I think it might be because Bruno's the main character, but the main idea is the boy in striped pajamas, so the main idea is Shmuel.
Shmuel is the boy in striped pajamas.
right? Okay. Yep, Shmuel is.
I would agree with Taylor because Bruno is not in striped pajamas or a Jew. He's a German, and Shmuel is a Jew. So I would agree with Taylor that Shmuel is what it's about.
Like what Josie said, it's not really about the Germans, it's about the people who survived the Holocaust.
I think without Shmuel, they wouldn't talk about Hitler and the camps.
Everybody's okay on that one? An author's purpose may be to inform, entertain, or persuade the writer, or to express an idea. Sometimes the author has more than one purpose in writing a piece. What do you think the author's main purpose is in writing The Boy in the Striped Pajamas?
I think the author wrote it to show perspective, because the Holocaust looked really different from the point of view of a middle-aged Jewish woman than it would from a young German kid. So.
Nobody disagrees with that?
I don't have any more chips.
Nope. Yeah. No, you may not give you away your chips. You may talk. Hi, that doesn't cost you a chip. Okay, so the only people that can answer the next question, we'll come back to number 5 here in a minute, are if you were to predict how the book will end, what would be your prediction? Here's the deal. If you've already read the book or you've read the movie, you may, or seen the movie, you may not enter this discussion because we are not done with the book. So those that don't know, what do you think?
I think that that like Bruno like was so in trouble, but maybe like the dad might not be as mad as like the story said he will be. So don't get as in nearly as much trouble as he like the book said he probably would, or been talking about he probably would have.
I think the Germans will find out that him and Shmuel were friends, and they'll put Bruno in a concentration camp.
I think Bruno might be mistaken for a Jew because, well, he's wearing the striped pajamas and he's on the outside of the fence, so.
So what in the last couple chapters leads you to believe that?
Well,
What that we read?
like Shmuel said, that Bruno kind of looks like him with his head shaved. So if he's over the fence with the striped pajamas, he might be mistaken for a different person that looks kind of like Shmuel.
I think that he's gonna be mistaken as a Jew, and then both him and Shmuel are both gonna die.
You're shaking your head, but you're not engaged. Have you read it already? Okay. Anybody else on that one? Okay, so of all the questions we've just asked, those of you that still have chips, which of those questions would you like to go back and either make a comment on or ask a question about? So the ones that still have chips, not number 6. Those of you that still have chips, which one would you like to talk about where you thought of something later if you still have a chip? Nobody?
In the second question, when it asked about what his father does, I also think that, like, we talked about how Mother didn't, like, think it was a good conversation. I also thought that just, if I had, like, a son, I wouldn't want to tell him that his father went to a camp and just killed millions of Jews. Also about the second question, he probably won't ask because he just knows his father is important, and so he assumes that he's like really good and stuff.
Back to 4, I think that it's like I think it's called the boy in the striped pajamas because like Tor think is like halfway maybe. Like Shmuel, I got introduced to the book, and then he's been mentioned a lot in the book, and it talks a lot about him. So yeah.
Anything, Josh?
Bruno's father works for the pyramid.
Okay.
I don't think Bruno knows much of anything about the concentration camps and all that, so it's probably why she was like saying like the opposite and all that.
Okay.
Somewhere in the book it said that one of Bruno's friends' father was Jewish, and so I think that like they wouldn't want to tell Bruno because he might get upset because his friends might have left mysteriously after they figured it out.
Okay.
Again, in the second question, it talks about, it asks, do you think Bruno knows anything about like Jews and what's going on? And I don't really think he knows what it is, because when Gretel told him that they were